Let me show you a couple fun facts about the Pfaff Quilt Expression 4.2 sewing machine. That is something I use quite a bit. I really appreciate that it's on this machine. So first off, when the presser foot is up, you'll notice there is not a lifter back here. So you can step on the foot control and the foot would come all the way down. Or you can use the buttons that have the little foot and a picture of an arrow up or down. So when the foot is up, let me show you an extra trick here. Some buttons have more than one use. When you have the foot up, you can push it again and it lifts that foot up even higher. So if you have something really thick, that will allow it to go underneath the foot without a lot of work. Next, if you touch the presser foot down button and then touch it again, it actually pops up. So sometimes when I'm trying to get a line to the edge of my fabric, the foot just comes down and I need to move it just a little bit to the left or to the right. So instead, I'll push the foot down button once and then down again, and what it does is it hovers so I can get that to be move my fabric to move it to exactly where I want it to be. The next thing is if I have the bobbin sensor come up, that means when the bobbin is empty, there's a check mark that says, okay, I've changed my bobbin. But if you want to use up a little bit more thread and get all the way to the end of your seam, just don't touch the OK button. Just let that symbol be on the screen, knowing that you've got enough thread to get to the end and then change bobbins. The other thing is if you check out our video we did on the threading and winding of the bobbin, I show how to kind of get less thread left on your bobbin before that sensor actually triggers. So there's a little ridge up here and it fills the ridge first when you wind a bobbin, but you can actually get it to fill the bottom part first by just touching that thread, having it jump down to the bottom, let it fill there, and then there's just a little leftover thread when that message comes up. And you know you probably could get to the end of your seam, but after that you probably don't have much thread. It brings it down to about a foot worth of thread if you do it my way. So those are a couple things that I love to show people because those are time-saving issues. The other thing is that when you're sewing along, the tap of your toe on your foot control. So if you just tap your toe at the top, you get a half a stitch. If you tap it again, you get another half of a stitch. So if you're trying to do some applique and get all the way around something and just need to take one more stitch to the side, just do it with your presser foot. You could do it with the needle up down button, but if you can just tap your toe, that's going to give you that half a stitch and lots of control when you're sewing around an applique. So have some fun with these sewing tips. Remember, anytime that you see this little eye pop up in the upper right corner of your YouTube videos, that means I've linked over to some other videos that are quite helpful, and you can go watch those and continue your education.